On October 22nd, 2023, the creator of the Hoggatt Project headed deep into the backcountry. He was alone, miles from the nearest road, looking for a place to set up camp. But the woods didn't feel empty.
I think I'm following behind some horses or something because I've been smelling animal. Oh, you heard that right? Well, hello everyone. Back out here in the woods. Not like I'm going to use all this stuff, but if I find a spot, I'll possibly set up the tent. Yeah, even though I probably don't need to at this moment because it's pretty flat, I think I'm going to bust out the walking sticks. No matter how prepared you think you are, you're gonna leave stuff behind. Me, for example, I thought it would be fun to kind of play around with all these filters. However, I didn't bring the right adapter. I think I'm following behind some horses or something because I've been smelling animal multiple times on this.
The smell hit him first. Animal. Heavy and musky, like horses, but there were no horses here. Then the first sound. A sharp, distinct noise in the brush that made him stop dead. He tried to focus on the gear, walking sticks, camera adapters, the logistics of the hike, but the scent of something living followed him for over a mile.
Hike so far, and I'm about a mile in. Trekking poles are pretty nice, but it's definitely not ideal to be trying to use those in filming. Go off that way or could go straight. Okay, yeah, throwing on a different filter. Gives me like old western vibe. I did get a chance to look up the map. That clearing is back at that first crossroads by the bridge. Okay, how about we try out another filter then, huh? Yeah, it looks like this road wraps up and it should go right next to the clearing. And at that point, we'll look for a spot. Ooh, yeah, we're coming up on the clearing now. Oh, you heard that right?
He reached a crossroads near a bridge. To settle his nerves, he toyed with camera filters, giving the footage an old western vibe. It looked like a movie set until he reached the clearing. The sound returned, closer this time.
think what I saw was another person. I don't know why they're out here and why they're running through the bushes. I mean, it's bright out here, and it was almost like it was a pure shadow that I was watching. Could have been a black bear. This is a wild place, but it was trying to be stealthy walking through the woods. But yeah, it could just be a homeless person, huh? Living under that bridge over there. Oh, that's good.
That's when he saw it. Something moved through the bushes. He described it not as a man or a bear, but as a pure shadow. It was stealthy. It was watching. "I don't know why they're out here," he muttered. He tried to convince himself it was a homeless person living under the bridge, but the way it moved didn't seem human.
Here you go, more bear scat. This has been a real peaceful hike, other than when you stop and get attacked by the gnats and mosquitoes. I mean, that always happens though. Has to be expected. All right, new filter. This is actually the same filter, just warmed up a little bit to 3400. What is going on here? Time. Get out.
He found fresh bear scat on the trail. The bugs became aggressive, swarming him as the sun stayed hidden. Then came the auditory hallucinations, or something worse. Every time he stood near the running water, he heard them. Voices. People talking just out of sight.
Those voices again. Got a table, but I'm not gonna set that up. I'm literally just gonna do it right here on the ground. So I brought a real cup this time. Instant coffee. Generous amount. You can go more generous than that. Mix in some cold water. What a place, huh? What a place. Yeah, I'm surprised nobody else has been out here yet. It is a weekday, it's early, still. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, I guess I did bring like a pasta. With this in here. Make it like a soup. Yeah, that warmed it right up.
He forced himself to sit down, to do something normal. He made instant coffee on the ground, mixing it with water to create a thick, caffeinated soup. He kept looking over his shoulder, surprised that the woods were so empty on a weekday. Or perhaps everyone else knew to stay away. The silence of the woods was eventually swallowed by the sound of the creek and the wind. He didn't stay long. One viewer, sensing the eerie energy of the footage, left a chilling reminder. I know these creatures exist, and with that said, you are braver than me. You couldn't pay me enough to be out in those woods. On October 24th, 2023, a solo camper drove toward a patch of unfamiliar woodland. He was looking for a stealthy spot to spend a Halloween night alone. He didn't know the woods were already occupied.
Mainly because I don't know. I've not been here before, so I don't know what it's going to be like, or if there's going to be much suitable places to camp. So I've got sort of three in mind that if this one fails, I could go and have a look elsewhere. I'm also doing a giveaway tonight of an O-Light torch. So they've got a promotion going on at the moment for Halloween. So by the time this video comes out, they're doing some big discounts on some of their lights, and they've also sent me a lantern to test out. So it's really, really cool. Decent bit of kit, as always, from O-Light, and great for hammock camping. So I'm going to test that out tonight. And if you do want to buy it, it's 40% discount, limited for 3 days only. But yeah, I've got a little torch that they've sent me to give away.
He scouts the area with 3 backup plans in case the first spot feels wrong. The sun is setting fast. He settles on a dense thicket, hoping to remain unseen.
I'm going to hang up between these 2 trees here. They're nice and green. There's been a few deadfall. Thought I could hear someone then. Looks as good a spot as any. There are a couple of houses, probably about 300 yards away, which I don't think own this woodland because it's got open access from the side roads. There's no signage up.
He finds 2 green trees and hangs his hammock. There are houses just 300 yards away. He feels safe enough to stay. But the atmosphere changes as the light fades.
So I'm keeping my voice low because I'm sure there's some people around here. Keep hearing some weird noises and not just crunches and cracks, but weird vocal noises as well. Anyway, so this is the I3.
Night falls and the woods grow heavy. He begins to hear weird localizations, noises that aren't just the wind or animals. He whispers to the camera, feeling the need to stay quiet. Something is listening.
It hits the ground and bounces. And I jumped up, unzipped it, put my torch on, and there's a rock on the floor that wasn't there when I went to bed. And I lay back down, and I'm just laying there listening. Then another one. And then another one. This went on 3 or 4 times at least. And then a large branch. There was no crack. There wasn't like a crack and then a crash. Just a large branch hit my tarp. It bounced.
At 4 a.m., the rain begins. Then come the thuds. Rocks are being thrown at his hammock from the darkness. A massive branch slams into his tarp, but there is no sound of a snap, just the impact. He flees to his car in the pitch black.
Impact, I'm getting out of this quick as I can. Literally, while I'm standing here now, it is daylight, okay? So I can see everything. I'm under my tarp, cracking up my quilt. And there's this crash behind me, and literally, this doesn't land coming down. It bounces towards me. It hit the floor.
He returns at sunrise just to grab his gear. The forest is still active. As he packs his quilt, a heavy branch bounces off the ground and rolls toward his feet. He doesn't wait for breakfast. He runs.
And there's a man just walking down the road by me, and he saw me and he went, "All right." And I was like, "All right." He went, "You been camping in the woods?" I said, "Yeah, just a little hammock camp." And he says, he went, "You're brave." I said, "Why is that?" And he went, "People have done it before, no one's lasted." I said, "What do you mean?" And he just laughed and he went, "You know what I mean." I walked off. And I'm like, yeah.
On the road out, he meets a local man. The man laughs when he hears where the campers spent the night. "You're brave." "No one's lasted in there," the man says. The camper never looks back. As Luke, the lone wolf, ventures up a very steep mountain in western North Carolina, he is alerted to the sound of something moving in the woods behind him. The air is 48 degrees, and the rain is starting to pour. He is headed toward a place the locals call the Devil's Throne.
While I was researching this trail, I came across an old name for it that caught my attention. This is known as the Devil's Throne. And unfortunately, I've not been able to find out why the locals call it this. That has piqued my curiosity.
The trail is overgrown and rarely used. He mentions the mystery surrounding the name, noting that he couldn't find any information on why it's called the Devil's Throne. He wants to find out for himself.
That's weird. I thought I heard footsteps. I couldn't tell if it was in front of me or behind me. I could just hear wet stomping. I know one thing for certain. I am out here by myself. The pullover to get onto this trail is big enough barely for my truck. So nobody else is up here. Well, no human anyways. Do you all hear that?
He stops in his tracks. "I thought I heard footsteps," he whispers. He hears a distinct, wet stomping nearby. There are no other cars at the trailhead. No other humans should be up here.
I heard like a screaming sort of sound. It happened twice from over here somewhere. There are no trails out this way. There's absolutely nothing. There it is again. I have no idea what that is. It does not sound like a bobcat. It doesn't sound human either. It sounds weird. I walked back to film a walk past scene. Something is in the woods. I can hear it making footsteps and leaves.
A year later, he returns to the same spot. A terrifying, high-pitched scream rips through the trees. It doesn't sound like a bobcat or a human. Something is pacing him in the thick brush.
I've had a sense of dread weighing on my shoulders, so to speak. I could just feel it. Maybe it's the atmosphere, maybe it's the conditions, maybe it's the weather coming in, I don't know. I think the best way to describe it is like a weight on my shoulders, a level of stress that I don't normally have, you know? I made it to the top and all of a sudden I just started feeling it. And that does go hand in hand with the legacy, with the history of this place, with the mythology, whatever you want to call it. This place is just so unique. The Native Americans that used to live in this area called this the Devil's Throne, and they did not like it up here, that's for sure. It feels heavy, very, very heavy.
He reaches the massive rock outcropping. Suddenly, a wave of dread hits him, weighing down his shoulders. He recalls the legend of a black-eyed witch that the Cherokee believed lived on this peak. He feels her eyes on him.
Wrong, but it almost sounds like it is on top of this rock that we are underneath. Unfortunately, it is still so freaking foggy. I don't feel safe trying to exit this area right now. It's been a weird night, and it continues.
It is 2 a.m. and a violent storm is moving in with potential tornadoes. He is hunkered in a chair under the rock shelf. He hears heavy movement directly on top of the rock above his head. He is trapped by the fog and the dead zone cliff edge.
This forest has mysteries, and that's why it is called the Devil's Throne. That's why it has the history surrounding it that it does. So, ultimately, I've done what I wanted to do, wanted to accomplish here, and for now, I am done with this area. This is a...
Daylight breaks on a flooded forest. He packs his gear, realizing he has accomplished his goal of surviving the night. He hikes out as the wet footsteps follow him one last time, disappearing into the mist of the Devil's Throne. One viewer was so mysterious that he said, "Sounds like human, two-step walking." The forest holds many mysterious things. On a recent expedition, 2 YouTubers ventured deep into the Appalachian wilderness to locate a mysterious shack spotted on a drone. They broke the primary rule of the mountains, never go off trail. The forest was waiting for them.
We're kind of close to the shack. This is active train tracks, by the way.
Yeah.
So those actually work. But...
Oh, they're active?
Yeah.
Oh, crap.
Here, dude, we're literally climbing down a mountain right now. An entire mountain. So we decided we're going to risk our life to give you guys some more content.
Yeah.
We're going to climb down this mountain. By the time we make it down the mountain and down to the river, which we don't know if that's even a guarantee, it's going to be dark.
It's going to be hella dark.
Yeah.
I have my flashlights. We charged them, but it's going to be quite a while.
Like, I don't mind the darkness, but when it gets dark, the animals come out.
Yeah.
And also the feral people.
Which I already found their house on my drone.
It's somewhere down there.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine we get down there and it's not there.
Imagine.
That'd be crazy. And then making our...
The duo decides to scale down a nearly vertical 90-degree mountain face to reach the river. The descent is treacherous, involving rusted, barbed wire, and unstable terrain. They know if they fall, no one is coming to help.
What the hell? Yo, he disappeared. Aldo! Wait, actually? Aldo! Oh, hey! Oh, fuck. Fuck. Oh my god, oh my god. Yo! Oh. Yo! Yo! Hey, 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 hey! Oh, shit, spider webs. Yo! Yo! Hey, hey! You okay? Yo! Hey!
At the riverbank, the atmosphere turns heavy. One of them suddenly disappears, and his partner finds him face down and unconscious on the rocks. When he wakes, he is disoriented and claims someone or something hit him from behind. That's when they realized they were being hunted.
There's a face. Dude, look at my screen, look at my lens. You can't zoom in that far. There's a guy standing right there. Look at his face. Oh. What the fuck is that? Let's go, let's go. What the fuck is that? Go, 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 go now. Go now. Oh my god. What the hell is that? Oh. What the hell is that? Dude, I can't run no more. I can't run no more. What is that? A head? Is that a person?
Someone watching us?
Dude, there's something orange over there. Look at that. It looks like a face.
I see it.
What the hell is that?
I can see it on your camera.
Yeah.
What?
Okay, this is crazy, man.
You are watching us.
We're being watched right now.
Why is there something orange?
Looks like a...
As they scramble back up the mountain, they look toward an abandoned structure. A pale face is visible in the window. Staring back at them, an unidentifiable orange figure moves through the trees, tracking their every move.
Oh, shelter. Yes, 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 yes. Shelter.
Oh.
Bro, what the f is this?
What the hell is this?
Oh my god, yes. We're so exhausted, guys.
Literally in the middle of the forest.
Oh my god.
For hours we randomly find this?
Bro, this must have been something that was part of the mine shaft, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, let's just chill here tonight. I don't want to go any further.
I bet you this is probably what it's designed for. Like
Shelter?
if you're like been walking for a long time, yeah, it's just like a little shelter, a hiking spot.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I mean, it's shelter for tonight. That.
Yeah, let's do this.
I don't know, like God is on our side. I mean, God's always on our side, but today God is on our side extra.
We got lucky.
We're still not out. We still don't know where we are. We're still lost. We're gonna, I think, wait out the night here.
Yeah, we can deal with that problem tomorrow. And we have a baseball bat right here, so if anyone tries to come at us, we got the bat. And maybe we can even take turns like staying up kind of thing.
Yeah. I think I want to take a nap.
Yeah.
And then
I can stay up first because
off camera I was a mess. Like I didn't film it, but Aldo filmed it.
yeah, we were like passing out.
Dude, I collapsed, dude. It was just too much.
I think we both were challenged in this video. We really pushed ourselves to the limit.
This was probably the hardest video I've ever done, or
Yeah.
we've ever done.
My head still hurts from earlier.
He got hit on the head by something. I collapsed because of fatigue, dehydration. It's no
Yeah.
joke. I'm eager to see what's on that side over there, but not really. Yeah. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah, it's middle of the forest and then random shelter. Like, what the hell?
It's almost like this was a bomb shelter. Or, oh, you know what it was?
What?
Back in the days when they used to build the mines, they would have blast shelters because they would like bomb the mountains. And this is where they would blow up the mountains to make the crevices and stuff.
Okay.
So they would cut through the mountains with TNT, dynamite.
That makes sense.
And-
'Cause look, the windows are like.
Yeah, there used to be windows here. So they would manage the blasts. So we're in a kind of like a blast bomb shelter type of thing.
So, what do you think that says about how far we are from the car?
Pretty fucking far.
We still got a ways to go.
We still got a ways to go.
It's not even worth it to keep going, man.
We can't. It's impossible. Either we get eaten by a bear,
Yeah.
or some type of wolf, or some type of fucking like moonshine guy. I don't know.
Hell yeah, there's moonshine people.
Maybe there's like a family of inbreds waiting to eat us in here somewhere. I don't know. Like,
I think this is literally the best spot. Seriously, this is a good hiding spot. Let's just chill here, relax, refresh, and as soon as the sun comes out, we'll be out of here.
somebody's walking. Hello? Yeah, somebody was just walking. Fuck.
Okay, well.
Yeah.
Was that a wolf?
It sounded like a wolf.
It was a howl.
That was a wolf. God. I'm still here. No, what's going on? Oh my God, what is that? What is that? What is that? What the f is that? What the hell? I'm zoomed in on it, dude. What on earth is that?
Bro, what the hell is that?
I don't know.
You're zooming in on it so well.
I know. Guys, what is that?
What the?
Hello.
What the hell is that, man?
It's completely red. It's moving, look, it keeps going. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Oh my God. Oh. It looks like the moon, but it's not, right?
Yeah, it's because you're zoomed in. It's definitely not the moon. Also, newsflash, the moon is in the sky, not in the forest.
Whatever that light was.
Night falls, and the explorers are completely lost in the Appalachian brush. They are dehydrated, nauseous, and paralyzed by the sound of something feral chasing them through the darkness. Every shadow looks like a predator.
Oh! Oh my God. We're being shot at. We're being shot at. Oh! What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
Bro, what the hell was that?
What the hell was that? That was a man, dude. We can stay here and just protect the fort, hold down the fort, right?
Let's just hold down the fort. At this point, well, it's almost like 5 a.m. anyways. The sun's coming up in a couple hours. We only got a couple hours to go. Okay?
But what if he gets us in the daytime? And why is he awake? Like, why is he stalking us?
Look, in the daytime, you know, you got a bat. We can see him at night. You know, he has home court advantage. Let's just wait. There's only a couple more hours and we'll get out of here.
What I want to know is who the f just walks around the forest at nighttime in the dark?
He's probably hunting.
He sees our lights, that's what it is.
And he's hunting, bro. Think about it like this. Like, we have like McDonald's and fast food and all that stuff and good food. He doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
We are his McDonald's, kind of.
I mean, he might be hunting for raccoon, but he's seen us. He's like, oh, fresh meat.
Yeah, he's getting a AAA steak. So screw that. Let's just stay here.
I'm not sleeping.
Yeah, let's just...
They stumble upon a concrete blast shelter left over from old mining days. Inside the cold structure, they hear a wolf howl followed by a mysterious, glowing red light floating through the woods. It lingers in the distance, unblinking and predatory. The tension breaks when a gunshot rings out nearby. They believe a feral person is firing at them to protect their territory. They spend the final hours of darkness huddled in silence, praying for the sun to rise. They made it out, but they aren't going back. On April 2nd, 2026, YouTuber Strayed Explorer hiked into a dense, ancient forest in the UK. He was there to investigate a small, abandoned structure known locally as the Witch's Hut. He planned to stay the night. The woods had other plans.
Sounds like metal being scraped around. We're here. I tell you what, I've been here for, I don't know, about 15 minutes cooling off. I was so hot walking up that hill. And yeah, the place, it gives me the creeps. I've just been stood around, sitting in that doorway as well. I just feel like there's someone watching me. It's eerie. It's a really eerie feeling.
He is barely settled when the environment turns hostile. In the distance, he hears the unmistakable sound of heavy metal being dragged across the forest floor. He stops to listen. The woods are silent, yet the feeling of being watched is overwhelming.
Go check it out. Like I said earlier, I decided to try and get some EVPs, and I stuck my recorder right up into this hole. Clear as day, and as loud as I've ever heard of an EVP, it went, hey! Yeah, there was a couple of other things that I couldn't quite make out until in editing, and it was something about, I want your soul, or something really concerning, and I couldn't hear it properly until I got it in editing and just listened to it over and over and over, and then I was like, Jesus Christ. Right.
He recalls a previous visit to these woods where he captured a chilling F. The voice on the recording was clear. I want your soul. The memory hangs heavy in the air as he begins to set up his tent.
It will capture your voice. If you could try and speak into it for me.
Something knocked on it.
Into it for me.
Where was it?
If you could try and speak into it for me. If you could try. If you could try and speak into it for me.
That says something. That says something. Oh my God. Let me get somewhere. I don't know why I need to move. I feel like I need to get back on this path to listen. I know that sounds kind of weird, but I don't know, something's just telling me I need to move. Let me crouch. Oh.
He decides to conduct an experiment by placing his voice recorder inside a hollow tree. He asks the forest spirits if they get energy from the wood. A sharp knock echoes from inside the trunk. Then a muffled voice speaks back.
That was one hell of a bang that was at the camp. What was it? How far have I walked?
While walking a short distance from his camp, a massive bang erupts behind him. It sounds like a heavy impact right where he left his gear. He realizes something is at his campsite.
Hello? Why is there a brick there? Oh, it scared the life out of me, that wood did. Hello? And that's what the bang was. Was someone throwing that brick at that? Someone out here. can hear movement. Hello?
He returns to find a heavy house brick lying directly in front of his tent door. It wasn't there when he left. Someone, or something, has thrown a brick at his shelter.
But it's... Man, I got major goosebumps. So, I was just debating on whether to go or not. I was just about to sit down, and something has just ran from here, and it sounded like a person running flat out. I ran over here and looked, there was no light. It's giving me goosebumps, that has major goosebumps. It didn't sound like a deer. You can tell 4 legs running. And I've been walking all round here shouting. A deer would have known I was here. Whatever it was had 2 legs and it just bolted down that hill. I don't know what the hell that was. But it was fast. Whatever it was really fast. As you can probably guess.
That's when it happened. The sound of 2 legs sprinting flat out through the brush reaches him. There are no flashlights, yet the figure is moving at high speed through the pitch-black trees. He flees to his car, only to find the dashboard flashing a theft-attempted warning. On April 19, 2020, YouTuber Noah pulled his truck off a desolate road in the Sun River area. He was looking for a quiet place in the forest to sleep for the night. He thought he was completely alone.
So I was originally not gonna make this video just because I don't really have my setup or anything yet. But a few days ago I was camping in Sun River, and what I thought would be a good location to pull over to the side of the road in like...
The spot seemed perfect. The trees were thick, providing a natural screen from the road. Noah settled into the back of his truck, expecting a peaceful night under the stars.
Into someone trying to creep on me, creep in my truck while I was sleeping. So, and I got some GoPro footage of it. It's kind of hard.
But the night wasn't silent. His GoPro captured the faint, rhythmic sounds of movement outside the metal walls. Someone was circling the vehicle in the pitch black.
So I'm back home. This is the day after. He was trying to peek in my truck quite a bit with all these.
The morning light revealed a chilling sight. Oily handprints were smeared across the windows. Someone had been pressing their face against the glass, peering in while Noah was unconscious.
Scratches, stuff like that. Dragging his finger on my side of my truck. Looks like to be trying to get inside my truck. That's really all I could tell from.
Then he saw the scratches. Deep, thin marks ran down the side of the truck where fingers had been dragged across the paint. The intruder had been searching for a way to jemmy the doors open.
Trying to get in my truck. At least the back canopy was locked, but yeah, that was the result.
He moved to the rear canopy and found more prints. The locks were covered in smudges where someone had tested every single handle. The only thing that saved him was the heavy-duty latch on the back.
We ever had in my entire life. So yeah, well, I'll keep you guys up.
Noah didn't wait around to find out who had been hunting him. He left the forest immediately, shaken by the realization of how close the intruder had come. It was the most terrifying camping trip of his life. One viewer was so disturbed by the physical evidence on the truck that he said, "The scary thing is, who the hell is out there walking around at that time in the pitch black with no light?"